I am currently in a campaign where the DM has a heavy focus on world building. For a quest, we need to go into the forest, super uncharted territory, and find a member of a neutral monster class and bring it to someone outside of town. Simple in theory, but we knew going in that the place was filled to the brim with dangerous monsters, some of which we knew about from seeing the DM planning the campaign on Discord, but also plenty of unknown dangers. Our party was made up of me and 3 friends. I would explain what our classes are and stuff, but that doesn't really matter because we avoided all fights with monsters. But it turned out that the biggest monster was one of us. Entered the 4th member of our party, that guy, who's playing an explosive mage, one who claims to be a good person from the church, despite having already tried to rob an innkeeper twice by the time we're heading out into the woods. Also, his introduction was to try and shoot one of our teammates, and when it failed, he tried 2 more times, before finally surrendering and talking it out. But we seemingly gotten it all settled, so we head into the spooky woods. It's gonna be like a 7-hour trek, so we have to roll a stealth check every hour, but that guy gets a brilliant idea.
Can I cast a massive explosion far away from us to cause the monsters to run towards it instead of near us?
And despite everyone telling him, please, don't. And what if they run to the explosion and cross our path? He still does it. Cue big explosion and thousands of seeds falling from the trees. This is a huge problem. See, these are no normal trees. In this setting, the trees are immortal, super fast growing, super creepy looking, the works. And as part of that super fast growing thing, that means they need to get down into the dirt super fast, so they can burrow. 100 seeds in each tree suddenly start falling down, and everyone has to cover up somehow, or they will go through your skin and grow inside you. Despite one of our teammates failing his initial save attempt, he's able to cast Stone Skin before they dig into him and is safe. Me, that guy, and our 3rd teammate all managed to protect our skins as well. They used magic, and I used my jacket. And we managed to survive this encounter. So that was near party kill number 1. Number 2 would come about a half hour later. We survived the seeds falling, outran a monster the explosion tracked, thanks that guy, and actually found the monster settlement we were looking for. Eventually, we are successful in getting one of them to travel with us out of the woods to the person asking for it. But on the way out, the DM decides he wants to add in this cool one little detail about the community. On top of the big hollowed out tree that these monsters somehow live in was a massive serpent called a forest watcher. Our characters already knew about it because it wakes up one day a year to leave the forest and eat. It's so huge that the day is a holy day where every guild comes together to just fight it off and keep it from getting to any big town. That guy decides he immediately wants to shoot it with an explosion. I frankly don't know why he came up with this idea, but yeah, he actually wants to wake up a creature so massive it can apparently have its head in a city 50 miles away and not have its other end leave the forest. But yeah, he tries to do it, and the entire party snaps to try and stop him. Besides not wanting to be eaten by it, he could potentially harm any of the monsters inside the tree, which we just became friends with. He refuses to listen to any reasoning, being so certain that he can take it out in one shot. He can't. He tried to do a simulation with the DM after the main session. It went as well as you'd expect. So he cast, and thank goodness the DM let one of our teammates cast a counterspell to neutralize it. And I, a non-magic character, just tackled him to the ground and tried to break his hands so he couldn't cast anymore. That was obviously more than enough. After that, his character was bound and gagged to prevent any magic and was carried out of the forest to not let him try anything else no matter the situation. One short encounter with the hand snake later, and we somehow managed to escape the forest totally successful. And I'm including we turned that guy into the local authorities for almost waking up a monster and potentially creating hundreds of more trees, and him blowing himself up in trying to escape as a success. That guy is just completely separated from fantasy reality. Sure, it's called fantasy role-playing, but there are still limits in the game. The fact that he thought he can take out a being that requires several guilds to fight back, let alone kill, shows that he does not understand how things work. What do you all think about this situation?